Hey guys, looks like Shad is once again embarrassing himself. You know, the ultimate AI tech bro, right? So we're gonna take a look at that because, who doesn't want an opportunity to shit on an AI bro, right? So let's take a look at this, right? So Twitter right now is kind of like jumping on him, right? Because you know how he is. He's been doing this for a while at this point, right? So this is just another one of those, right? So here we go. AI tech bros trying to explain how they're actual artists and AI is just a new tool, and boop, 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 right? Crying Shad, right? I don't know why he just doesn't stick to his medieval stuff, right? I don't know why this AI art has to be this new avenue for him, right? Yeah, it gets worse. I'll show you later, right? And then actual artists, look what I did with a pen and paper. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? When it comes to art, if you have to explain it and do all this bullshit to justify like how you made it and how it exists, right? um I think that really like removes the simplicity of art and why people like it. People should just like look at it like, good, I like that, lovely, right? Yeah, I mean, this is just obvious, right? Like fucking, like, the skill of someone who could just make marks well. You know what I mean? That's the power of an artist, dude. You know what I mean? Here we go. So let's get into the real argument. And the dogpile from fragile AI art haters has begun. LOL. Instead of engaging in the arguments I make, they just show their bias and double standards, crapping on my art with a level of scrutiny they don't hold other artists' artistic mediums to, or their own work. All they do is mock it because they have nothing of value or merit to say. As I said in the original post, I don't think my art is perfect, but I'm still very happy with it. I know I prefer when compared to a lot of art out there. Yeah. Yeah, so so basically what he did is he made this piece, right? And everyone is kind of shitting on it, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, right? I mean, look at it, right? Um, is it the worst thing I've seen? No. Is it embarrassing? Yes, right? And it's not embarrassing because of the piece itself. It's embarrassing because of this right here. Okay, this thing where he basically goes into how much effort it took, how much time it took, and you know what I mean. All this extra like agita about like making this piece. Um, I think that's the real problem, right? It's that these AI artists have to go on and on and on about how like no, this took effort. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I spent this much amount of time, and I'm like, but then you could have just drawn it, couldn't you? Couldn't you just have drawn it at that point? You know what I mean? And that's the real issue, right? Here we go. Yeah, Siri. So like from here we could see why he's AI, right? We could really see why. Like his art is not very good, right? Like when you see the source, when you see the original, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why these guys do this thing, right? They're not very good, okay? Like this drawing is not very good, right? But the thing is, a drawing that's not very good is just it's just whatever. It's just a bad drawing. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Who gives a shit, right? It's just that when the bad drawing is used to kind of like, push this agenda, push this like message of like, I'm an artist too. Look how much skill this took. Look how much, and it's like, well, look at that drawing. You know, like you want to know the reason why he's pushing so hard, why he's trying to identify as an artist so hard. You just got to look at the drawing, okay? Because the drawing is, you know what I mean, like what's more there to say, right? Let's see. Then artists have nothing to worry about AI, and AI art will never replace them. This gaslighting cope is pathetic, and you're only lashing out because you know people like it and will be happy to buy it, especially when it's cheaper and more available. Also, I did draw and then use AI's tools to add details and finish the image. Cry more. Yeah, like okay, so like there's this whole thing right here. This see that's the mentality, right? It's this mentality of like AI artists are attacking me. You know what I mean? I'm a victim, right? Also, we're replacing you. So it's like it's not only like I'm a victim, but also fuck you for being the thing that I want to be, right? So it's like it's this weird kind of resentment energy, and it's really annoying. Here we go. I know that I already said this about Shad, but there's something funny about an internet critic not being able to take criticism and insulting anyone who doesn't like his work. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So, here we go. The one on the right looks better. Oh, I'm so glad you said this. Thank you for showing your double standard and bias, you poor, blinded fool. Yeah, see? It's this, like, he talks about discussion, he talks about wanting to debate and stuff like that, having, like, a real talk about it. And then like when a person makes like a little like comment like this, right? Um, he just starts insulting them. You know what I mean? It's like it's embarrassing, right? So it's like you know, a part of me wants to feel part of me feels bad for Shad, right? Because he wants to be an artist. He's clearly putting a lot of effort into trying to be an artist, but he's very insecure about his ability to finish things, right? And to draw well, right? And so um he has to he you know the AI, he has to feel like he has to use the AI. And like part of me feels like bad because like I know a lot of young artists who are not very good see the allure of AI art, and like they want to be able to get there, um and with and he's saying like, oh, I'm putting a lot of effort and all this stuff, and it's like he's trying to use the effort argument to justify what he's making, right? But you know what I mean, like then I don't feel bad for him because he's like really he's really lashing out at people, and it's just really unnecessary. And like you could just make your little AI artwork, you know what I mean? You could just make it, and like but like he has to like grandstand. He has to like like, no, I am an artist, you have to believe it, right? And that's the problem, right? That's the issue. Here we go. I love how regular artists just post what they made, but Shad needs to write a whole book to call himself an artist and remind how people how much effort it took. Yeah. So at this point, I feel like he's just like generating content around this AI thing, right? Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. Hold on, hold on. Do I have it here? Do I have it here? Hold on, give me a second. There is something very juicy. All right, I found it. So Shad has actually made an AI channel. Okay, an AI channel, right? Um, and like what's more embarrassing at that? Okay, like a channel based purely on making AI art. Um, yeah, embarrassing, dude. Embarrassing. He's gone all out with this. He is continually embarrassing himself every time he goes on, and like at this point, it's like almost like a fetish thing. I don't know. I don't like he likes the attention. He likes to be this victimized figure who can't draw, and it's all for this like this drawing this drawing that's like very like like it's like it's like this entire giant war, quote unquote war, right, is all for this really like blah piece of work. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like you would think that the piece that he would use as like the big argument would be better, right? But it's not, right? And just remember, this is the reason. This image right here shows everything. Okay? It's the behind the scenes. It shows the reasons why, it shows the motivations, it shows his insecurity, it shows his ability, right? It is the it's the smoking gun, right? Yeah, this is embarrassing. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Shad, he just needs to just make his AI work and just fucking post it. He doesn't need to do all this. He doesn't need to do grandstand. It's embarrassing, right? Yeah. Tell me what you guys think.